Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for Framerate is provided by CacheFly at CACHEFLY.com.
This episode of Framerate is brought to you by Ford, featuring Wi-Fi connectivity with available sync and My Ford Touch. Now your car can be a Wi-Fi hotspot. Check it out on the new 2012 Ford Focus and at Ford.com/technology. And by Squarespace.com, the fast and easy way to create a high-quality website or blog. For a free trial and 20% off your new account for 6 months, go to Squarespace.com and use offer code FRAMERATE10.
Someone just pissed himself. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It is feeding time at the zoo. It's Framerate.
Is that your spooky Halloween version?
It's right, because it's Halloween week. Hey, Brian Brusher, we got a packed house for Framerate today.
I'm afraid I'm going to drink your sustenance from your digital videos.
It's Framerate. Joining us today on Framerate, because we are going to do our winter movie draft, Ms. Sarah Lane, reigning champion
Where's my money?
of the NSFW show movie draft.
Hold on.
Check-
Do we have money for?
Whoa. We'll get to it.
We'll get, yeah, Justin Robert Young also with us, as you can tell. He is also a reigning second from last in the summer movie draft.
Oh,
The
God,
penultimate.
a cheap shot already. This is why I don't come on, Framerate, okay? I expect this level of discourse.
That and the lack of invitations are the two reasons that Justin doesn't come on. And Glenn Rubenstein joining
again.
us as well. Back again.
Thank you for
two
having
weeks
me.
in a row.
I know, it's crazy.
First time 2-weeker.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And first time movie drafter.
Yes, I lobbied to get in on this because, you know, I have a lot of free
Yeah,
time.
let me tell you, dude, there's a lot of people who you can kind of offhandedly say, oh, yeah, no, sure, you should be there. That'd be great. But then, like, the phone rings and Glenn's like, seriously, am I in or not? Because, like, I'm going to kick all your all's asses. It's like, Glenn is serious about this, dude. He actually is my pick to win this whole thing.
Well, he's going to have to get through the rest of us and reigning champion Sarah Lane. You're wondering about your money?
I mean,
Baby, I got your money.
it would-
Don't you worry. Hey.
You're
hey,
dead.
Hey. Somebody. Where's the money? Oh, there it is.
Somebody,
Yes,
wait.
That's right.
Well, anyway, hold on. There is a presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of $120.
Oh, look at that. Homemade confetti and everything.
I'm a wiener. What is this?
That's your money.
Why is it so hot?
Dirty envelope.
Why is there coffee all over it?
It's laundered. It just came out of the dryer.
Dude!
Oh,
Make it rain.
that's exciting.
make it rain, Sarah Lane.
Congratulations!
Like a foot.
My precious. Precious.
Wow, that's real money, too.
I get to eat tonight. Thank you all.
Aw, That's nice.
You're nice.
We've all
That's ramen noodles
allowed
for a full quarter.
Sarah Lane to eat. Now,
Congratulations.
if you don't know what the movie draft is, essentially we take the biggest movies coming out this past time in the summer, but this time we take the biggest movies coming out this winter, all the way through the holiday season, and we bid on them. We each get $100 to bid, and so we will be going around each bidding on these movies, and then based on their domestic gross, we get points. The person with the most points wins the movie draft. But before we get to that, let's start off with the big story. We're just going to move through these real quick.
This just in, the big story.
There is no moving real quick with this drop, Tom.
The big story is the McRib is back. No, the big story is that Netflix earnings came out yesterday, and wow, did they suck, losing 800,000 U.S. subscribers. That's about what they thought they were going to lose. Reed Hastings, in the letter to investors, said, yeah, we made a lot of mistakes. We got a lot of people angry. We're expecting the wave of cancellations to crest somewhere around September, October, and hopefully by December we'll be adding subscribers again instead of bleeding subscribers. We're also spending a lot of money on movies because Starz is going away, but we don't care because Starz only makes 6% of our viewership, so we're not worried about that. And we're spending a lot of money on UK and Ireland because we're bringing Netflix to UK and Ireland in 2012, so we're probably going to lose money in the fourth quarter, and we won't make money again until the end of next year.
Okay, so let's put on our speculation hats here, and this is the position that I've had for a while. Do you think that possibly Netflix, because they've endured pretty much as many loss of customers as they were going to get, but they did it without any of the benefit of splitting into the two companies, would they have been better off to, even if it was wrong-headed, the plan, to stick with it and go all the way through with it? So you shed those customers, but now you have two separate brands that can build with their own customer base from there.
No, I have my speculation hat on, and I'm fairly certain that the Quickster thing had little to do with this. It was the price rise.
Yeah.
The change of the price
Really?
from yeah, and that's what Netflix said, is like they saw their most cancellations after the price rise. The Quickster thing just made some people kind of confused, but it didn't actually cause people to quit. They saw a brief spike there. It's mostly about the change in the price.
Had they just flipped the situation, we're splitting the company into two. We now have Netflix, and then we have Quickster. Here's what Quickster's going to be, sort of for the legacy customers. Here's where Netflix is going, and then everyone kind of goes, okay, and then they decide, here's how the pricing structure is going to change now, depending on what you want. I think it would have been a very different scenario.
I think what they should have done is changed the pricing structures. They should have never tried to change the brand names. First of all, that was a big mistake for a different reason. But I think they should have said, we're going to have $7.99 plan for DVDs, $7.99 plan for streaming customers, but current streaming customers that have been signed up for more than a month are going to get 12 months access to the other plan at 50% off, so that you have a smaller price rise for that first year.
Yeah.
That would have kept a lot of people happier. You still would have had cancellations, but they should have acknowledged, they should have realized that people are going to look at this as a doubling of price.
Or if they would have done the price rise and added games at the same time, so you had a different value add with the DVDs. Because I look at it right now, and I canceled Netflix, but I realized I wasn't using the DVDs as much, except if I really wanted something. But when I did, I was like, oh, it's kind of a pain to just re-sign up. But I still have GameFly going at $20 a month, and I would have canceled GameFly and kept Netflix if I would have gotten more value for that $15 a month.
All right, let's talk about another big story before we get into the draft. Here it is.
Stop everything. It's another big story.
You must be extremely pleased about this, Brian Brushwood.
I don't know what I did necessarily, but I'm in advance. I'm happy about it, whatever it is.
HBO has stepped up to the plate and picked up the Dark Tower TV series.
What? Holy, wait,
yeah.
when did you add this? I didn't even see this in the document. Are you kidding me?
Ron Howard and Brian Grazer have also reduced the budget of the first movie by $45 million, making it viable for another studio to pick up, especially since HBO has picked up the TV series. So it looks like the whole project is back on.
Dude, this is complete with the crazy TV show in between the two movies thing that they were going to do?
Yeah, no, the whole thing.
Okay.
They need to get a movie studio on board, but because they've shed $45 million, they feel confident that they can get a movie studio in addition to the HBO TV series as a backup. So they're golden.
Same talent involved?
Javier Bardem is still attached to the product.
Dude, this is huge, because you realize my number one gripe, the number one thing that drove me nuts about the original deal was I didn't believe that a primetime Big Three network could do justice in a weekly show to the grit that's inside the Dark Tower universe. It is a dirty, filthy universe that's sad and depraved, and I didn't think they would pull it off. But the fact that this is going to happen on HBO, oh my God, Joe, this is pure joy on my face. This is awesome. Still Ron Howard?
Still Ron Howard and still Glazer, yeah.
All right. That's fine.
Some of the
Ron
joy
Howard's
just
fine.
left his face.
Listen, I think the narrator for Arrested Development is a fine director.
He is. What's the rumor now that Darabont has some more time on his hands that he might be involved?
Really? No, I hadn't heard that.
I've seen that speculated many places.
Interesting as well. All right, we got to get to the draft, but first I want to thank Ford. One of the reasons we're able to do this show at all is because we have sponsors like Ford. One of the latest technologies from Ford Sync with My Ford Touch is Wi-Fi connectivity, which turns your car into a Wi-Fi hotspot, giving your passengers internet access for up to 5 devices at once. Man, I just took a road trip, drove down to Los Angeles and back for BlizzCon. I should have been in a Ford. It would have been so much easier not having to mess around, find something. How am I going to get some internet access? You just take your BlackBerry by Bluetooth or your USB data card, and you plug it in the slot. Actually, the BlackBerry you don't have to plug in at all, but the data card you just plug it in the USB slot, and all of a sudden you've got a hotspot built into the car. So you don't have to fish around for anything. You don't have to worry about pressing buttons. Ford takes care of it for you. It's a really big step in giving you Wi-Fi in the car. You or your passengers can access music, browse the internet, download apps, or play games via Wi-Fi. You shouldn't, if you're driving, you shouldn't be playing around with this, but it could be, streaming some Pandora or something through My Ford Sync. I mean, it's the perfect way to use the internet in the car. You should check it out. Ford has got all of the details up at Ford.com/technology. All without additional subscription or expense, and featured in the new 2012 Ford Focus. So check it out. Ford.com/technology. We thank them for their support of Framerate. And
hey,
now,
real quick, let me just say.
Of course. Yeah, we got plenty of time.
Well, Wi-Fi is one of those things where it's like nobody is pissed when there's Wi-Fi available, right? I mean, it's like that's universally.
Well, there's those people that move out to West Virginia because they feel that they believe they're allergic to Wi-Fi, but they're in an extreme minority.
Okay, but unless you have one of those guys, pretty much you will instantly become more popular by having Wi-Fi in your Ford vehicle.
You'll pull up, you'll be in a good-looking Ford to begin with, and you'll say, I got Wi-Fi. Jump in.
And then they'll kiss you, and you will get to third base. It's amazing.
No matter who they are. That's just the way it happens.
Your boss.
Yeah. Happens to me with Jason all the time.
Whoa.
It's a little awkward, actually. Let's move on then to the winter movie draft. Nice work on that. Who's the person who did that?
I have no idea, Tom.
Hate bad design.
Hate bad design.
Hate bad design.
Was that After Effects? It looked really good, though.
That was really good. Well done, Hate Bad Design.
I'm telling you what, dude, we've got the best fans who make everything awesome that's in the show. So if you want to replace any of our bumpers, send us an email at framerateshow@gmail.com, and you probably will get the gig.
Now, we have, I'm gonna set this up and then hand it over to you for the hosting duties, Brian Brushwood. But we have one little tweak here, which is that Paranormal Activities, Paranormal Activity 3, already came out. Now, I don't see the other movie that already came out. Has it been deleted?
The other one that came out was Three Musketeers, but it totally bombed. And what Dan Dirks, first of all of the back end for this was put together by Dan Dirks, and he's going to be the one who enters manually in all of the entries for people who want to compete alongside us in the winter movie draft. He made the call that a bunch of people were wanting the new Harold and Kumar, the 3D Harold and Kumar movie in. The Three
a bunch
Musketeers,
of people
obviously.
being Glenn Rubenstein.
I suggested it might not be a terrible idea.
I hinted as though perhaps it may not be the end of the world if we had.
The chat room had my back on that one.
Yeah, they did. That's true.
Yes.
That's good.
Well, people,
because that's our demo.
So we have one wild card. Now, Brian, so here's the ruling. We have one movie that's already out because we're a little late getting started with this. We are going to keep it in, and you can bid on it knowing what it has already done. Are we going to keep it up front in chronological order, or are we going to push it to the end?
I'm personally a fan of putting it right at the front because that'll be the place when we can put all of our preconceived notions, all of our stuff all of our prejudices that are totally wrong, we can actually accidentally spend money on right at the up front. That's what I'm in favor of, but I'm fine with whatever you want to do.
All right, no, that's the ruling then, and I hand it over to you to start the bidding.
Holy cow. Wow, just off the top. Justin, you want to help me out with this as my co-host on an SFW? We've got, what's the first one on the chopping block?
Well, Brian, that'd be Paranormal Activity 3, since it has already come out.
Go, and go.
I'm not betting a red cent on this.
Are you serious? You're not gonna put any money up? Oh, by the way,
No,
for anybody just joining us who didn't see us during the summer thing, of course the rules of the game are we all get 100 virtual dollars. We spend them in an auction style throughout the entire thing. Once we've set the prices, you guys will get to compete at home by following in the Chat Realm Movie Draft League, where you guys can buy at the set prices, figure out what we wasted money on and what were the secret bargains. I'll tell you what, I'll start off for Paranormal Activity. Already opening weekend got $50 million. That thing's a base hit. I'll give it $10 right off the bat.
Now, if you folks remember out there, this is the way Brian Brushwood began his bidding in the summer movie draft, where he ended up getting all of April. The strategy paid off early in the season, but it didn't win the league for him in the end.
I came in second place. I was the best of the losers, which is you
The
guys.
April Fool.
No, I was not the April Fool. I hit number one of everybody who wasn't Sarah.
Now, what is the box office cutoff? When is our drop dead for when grosses stop being accumulated?
We'll say mid-July,
4
January.
weeks after the last movie.
4 weeks after the
So
last
the end of
movie.
January, then.
The end of January,
Yeah.
sure.
I will bid $11 for Paranormal Activity 3.
$12.
$12
Who's our
going
auctioneer?
once, $12 going twice.
I'll go 13.
Oh, well, you can enjoy Paranormal. No, wait, for $13 though? $13. This thing has already had $50 million opening weekend.
It's a horror movie. It doesn't have great legs.
Okay, stop trying to fool me with your.
But I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
That's okay. It's definitely going to make half again its money. We're looking at around $80 to $90 million for sure. Yeah, I'll go $14 on that for $90 million.
14. Can I go 14, 15?
Once.
No.
No.
Got
I'll go
lots of one.
15. 15 is my ceiling on this. I'll go $15.
You're going 15?
I will go $15.
But then he lets you know that if you bid 16, you can outbid him.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna. It's not gonna do well enough at 16. I'm not gonna buy it at 16.
Really, AF? You're gonna sissy out at 15?
Hold on, wait, well, what is this? What are you trying to go to a barroom fight here? What is this?
Just saying, $16. You get a short 16
Well, why don't you-
at the very least?
Why don't you buy it for $16?
You're the one who's got the hard on for PA3.
No, I'm not gonna buy a PA3 for $16. I'm not spending $16.
$16. I'm in.
What?
Whoa! Just jump in.
Just happened.
All right.
Justin
Glenn?
Robert Young just made it real.
Now, Paranormal Activity 2, I just looked, made $177 million at the box office, meaning that even with the diminishing rule of sequels, this could be on track to make $100 million when all is said and done. It's also one of the best reviewed of the series.
And?
At 16, I'll let Justin go with that.
That said.
That being said.
I'm done.
That said, forget this movie. It'll make nothing. And I'm out. Now, here's the other thing. Keep in mind there are fewer movies in the Winter League here, so it's more important to at least own something. Because I'm worried about having a bunch of money at the end of the draft and no movies.
Mm-hmm. I had some money left over.
I'm really
at the end of
delighted to
summer.
have Paranormal Activity 3 on the team. Welcome, kiddo.
All right. That's it. That's yours, Justin. Okay, this one, next up we got In Time. In Time, according to Box Office Mojo, as is trying to load up right now. It's got Justin.
In a
Amanda
future
Seyfried,
where people
Justin
stop
Timberlake,
aging at 25 but are
Heartbreakers
engineered to live
with,
only
they're
one more
trying
year.
to get time from each other. It's a sci-fi movie where you only have 25 years to live and people buy and sell.
That's what I just said.
That the kid from NSYNC?
That's
Back now?
the kid from NSYNC. You mean the money-making
Starring
factory?
Justin Timberlake, Amanda Seyfried, and Cillian Murphy.
Let's not forget Olivia Wilde.
Let's not
A big
forget
geek
Olivia
favorite.
Wilde.
Stop copying me.
This looks awesome. And if you saw, I know we watched the preview in one of the earlier frame rates. I'm in for $12 for sure. $12.
13.
14.
I swear to God, if you guys immediately pay more than $16 for In Time, I will lose all respect for it.
Dude, it's going to make at least $100 million. It's
No.
an action thriller in the holiday time. Okay, with that thoughtful commentary.
I think it looks good, but I don't know if it's necessarily going to be on fire. at
Don't
the box
forget
office.
Olivia Wilde.
And Justin Timberlake. Dude, I'm in at 14. Is anyone beating me at 14? Going once?
Yeah, because Timberlake's Timberlake's big core audience loves sci-fi movies.
Don't forget, it's up against Puss in Boots and the Rum Diary.
What did the Adjustment Bureau do? I
right.
predict it will be very similar box office.
It didn't do that great.
So 14 going once, 14 going twice. That's it. I got it for 14 in time. It was Brian Brush with $14. I'm going to write down how much money I have left here. All right, so what's next, Justin?
Puss in
Why,
Boots.
Brian, that would be Puss in Boots. Remember that cat from that movie? Well, now he has a movie all his own. It's called Puss in Boots. Antonio Banderas and a bunch of references that were relevant 3 years ago when the movie was written.
Dude, $20 right off the top.
21.
This is essentially the next in the Shrek line, and all the Shrek movies make $200 million like clockwork. So I'm going to go 22.
23.
24. 24 going once.
25.
26. 26 going once.
Who's doing this in real time? They're very quick.
26 going twice. 26 sold. I got the Puss in Boots.
You sure do.
There you go.
And you can quote me on
Uncontested, you got that.
that. All right, so that's 26. All right, next up, go for it.
Brian, the next movie stars that fine fellow Johnny Depp, reprising his role of Hunter S. Thompson in The Rum Diary.
Wait, is he really playing Hunter S. Thompson again?
Well, the Rum
Well, it's
Diary
based on the
is
Hunter S. Thompson Rum Diary.
property, and he's playing the same character. I mean,
That's
obviously, he wasn't
awesome.
playing Hunter S. Thompson in Fear and Loathing. He was Raoul Duke, and I think this is a similar, like another name, but it's the same character.
But
And they're
essentially-
throwing a ton of marketing out for this.
In fact, I just
so,
saw the trailer for this when I was at a really crappy movie I saw over the weekend. I can start the bidding here. I'll start at 15.
I'll go
Anyone?
16.
16 to Ace Detect. Next up, Glenn, you want to know this?
No.
16 for Hunter S. Thompson.
What did The Tourist do? The Tourist wasn't a huge hit. So I don't know. I think it'll do okay, but
17.
Fear and Loathing did well, right?
well, on video and cable.
No, not really.
Oh, really?
It's a cult hit. Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm doing a very poor sales job then. All right, going once for 16?
17.
Now keep in mind, this
I'm
is
at
how Sarah
17.
wants
Sarah's
last
got
time.
it at 17 right now.
17. Sarah, 17. 17 going once, going twice?
Hey, Brian, you wanna bet on it so you can get all your movies out of the way in the first 2 months again?
No way, bro. I'm gonna win this time. All right, that one goes to Sarah for $17. Next on the chopping block.
Yes!
Got. She's very excited.
I am very excited. I tried to play that one down. I think it's going to be good.
Next up, we've got a very Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas, which, of course, it's in 3D, which instantly means it'll make $300 billion. And it's got Harold and Kumar, which means it'll be a total flop. So, and if I'm not mistaken, it looks like, is that Neil Patrick Harris on the poster there?
Oh, indeed it is.
Okay.
You've never seen a Harold and Kumar movie?
Yeah.
He's the star.
I know he's the star, but I've never seen him on the poster before. That's what I was excited about.
No, he's like given like top billing.
Yeah,
like,
this is what
alongside,
brought his career back.
Al Penn and John Cho, I believe his name is.
But the fact that you can't even remember the names of the
Did I get it right?
the main
Yeah, I
two
got it right. In your
characters.
face.
That's good. That's good.
Am I right?
All right, so we've got Harold and Kumar Christmas 3D.
Well-
I'll open it at $10. $10.
I said 12, so your bid is invalid.
Yes, but I want to make it clear that I bid 10.
Okay. No, duly noted.
Anyone else? Don't give it to him
Wait,
for 12.
it's at what? 12?
It's at 12.
Okay.
Neil Patrick Harris.
I'll go 13. I'll go 13 on this.
I'll go
13.
15.
15 to Justin. 15 to Justin.
16.
16 to
16 to
Ace Attack.
Tom.
Going once. 17 to Justin Robert Young. Oh, now we're talking. All right, 17. Come on. Tom, Glenn, 17 to you guys. It's got Santa in it. It's got Gay Santa.
It's got the guy
It's
from
got-
Flash Forward.
It's got the guy from Flash
It's got
Forward.
the girl from
Come on.
Eureka.
What do you got?
17 going once.
17 going twice? Justin got it for 17.
Woo!
Now, this is one. Next up, we've got one that we actually talked about on Frame Rate a couple weeks ago. Tower Heist, starring Ben Stiller, Eddie Murphy, Casey Affleck, Matthew Broderick. Broderick? I put a T in there for no apparent reason. Casey Affleck, wasn't he in Ocean's 11?
Yeah.
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 Also with the coward Robert
He's
Ford.
also the one who directed that crazy movie where, what's his name, pretended to be crazy.
Joaquin.
Yes.
Joaquin Phoenix. Thank you. Thanks for filling in my brain, Glenn.
He directed that, right? Actually.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
It was a really dumb idea.
I'll give $10 for Tower Heist reluctantly. I'll
Is
bid
10 the
$10.
minimum bid?
I'll give.
I don't
I'll
think
give
there is a minimum bid. Is
I was
there?
going to bid 1, but
14 straight to Tower Heist. I'll give 14.
This apparently the big Eddie Murphy comeback comedy vehicle.
I'll go 15.
And also going to be released early. Now that's interesting too, because keep in mind we're doing box office receipts, but this is going to be one of the first ones you can pay a premium to get it in your home.
No, they canceled that because
yeah,
of
they
theater
dropped
outrage.
that. Yep.
Oh, because of what outrage?
Movie theaters.
Yeah, remember we
really
mentioned that
were
on Frame
pissed
Rate.
off.
The theaters
Oh, that's
made
right,
him
that's
drop
right,
it.
that's
You
I'll
should
go
watch
15.
this show. It's called Frame Rate.
I'll go
Brian.
15
Talking
on
about
this.
News about the entertainment industry.
We're trying to bid here. I'll go 16.
16? Are you crazy?
Yes.
All right.
Well, Brian, you gotta factor in that Gabourey Sidibe factor.
Ooh, I don't even know what Gabourey Sidibe
She was
is.
precious.
I'll go 17.
17 on this
There's
thing?
no way the studio's going to let this make less than $150 million.
Oh, they're advertising the crap out of this
Yeah.
one, too.
Oh yeah, this one's gonna be pushed to the moon.
If Rum Diary and Harold and Kumar are worth 17, this is easily worth 17.
All right. Going once? Going twice? Congratulations. Glenn Rubenstein, proud owner of
Now on the board.
AC Affleck.
Tom, you are not on the board yet.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
That's not working for me.
All right, so this one, okay, now this is our first, big blowout. If you look at the previews for this, you know this is a big movie. We're talking about Immortals coming out 11/11/11. It's a green stream extravaganza machine.
Green stream?
Yes.
What in the heck is that?
it's a stream of green
It shoots
on
that's-
your screen.
that's
That
what I'm saying.
sounds
It
dirty.
makes you a lot of money. It's a
This is
green
the one that
screen
looks like 300,
extravaganza
right?
machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'll jump straight to $20 on this. I'll give it $20.
21.
You bastard. 22. Going once?
Somebody bid him up.
23.
Going twice?
Bid him up
23.
on-
Tom says 23.
23? Why
Were you at Brushwood?
Why don't you back that attitude up, Justin Robert Young?
This movie is gonna make a hot fart. It will end.
You don't think it's gonna make any money? This thing's got it looks like 300.
Yeah, how many movies that look like 300 have come out and made no money?
I don't,
A billion.
Pie.
A million.
The only thing is that going for it geek-wise is this will be the first look we have at the new Superman.
Yeah, but plus the guy he pulls back and the imaginary arrows show up, just like in the old Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. I'll give 24 for this, just on that alone.
God, I'm so happy. Every dollar you go higher, the happier I get.
I know. 24. Give me the Immortals.
Tom?
Nope.
You're out?
It's all you,
I'm out.
Brian.
I get it for 24? $24. Give me the Immortals.
Would you like a bag for
Brian,
that?
the next movie on our list is Jack and
Paper or
Jill,
plastic?
the Adam Sandler family comedy
Now,
film.
is-
where
now,
He's playing the lady.
Yeah, he plays the lady, but does he ever talk?
Hold on,
Oh, yeah.
real quick. Let me just say for the record, when I first opened up, can we get a shot of that movie poster again? Go back to Box Office Mojo. See if you can zoom in on this. I totally opened this. I thought, oh, adorable. It's Adam Sandler and Zooey Deschanel. And then,
Oh, no.
and then,
Brian was
I
like,
thought it
who's
was
that
Sarah
girl?
Jessica
That
Parker,
girl's hot.
actually.
and then,
Talk about the new girl.
and then I looked a little bit closer and realized I was totally wrong.
I'll bid
All I
$10
say
for this.
is
$10.
Adam Sandler's voice in this movie is very similar to the voice. Actually, I have the CD right here that used on this album. They're all gonna laugh at you. Where a mother instructs her children to do a specific thing that I won't say for fear of this podcast.
I know what you're talking about, and that was actually the album after that. They're All Gonna Laugh at You was the different sketch.
No.
Yeah, no, the one you're talking about, it was on,
For Mama.
By all means.
I think you're wrong, Glenn.
We do have bidding
guys
going
just-
on already. Glenn has bid 10.
I bid $10 on this.
Honey, can't you try a little harder?
Justin?
Your sister.
This is going to make the Immortals look like Transformers too. It'll make no money.
Wow. You're going to let it go at 10?
Why don't you get in on it?
I like the way you cut off your voice before you can say something you regret. Man, I'll do a.
I'll do it.
I'll do 11. I'll do 11. $11. Going once?
I'll go 12.
$12 for this thing? All right,
Yeah.
good. Enjoy it, jerk.
Wow.
That
Game
one
is
goes-
dirty.
It's getting dirty.
It is. Okay, so this one, little movie maybe nobody heard of. A little movie called Happy Feet. Did you hear of this, Justin? There's apparently a movie called Happy Feet that made no money and nobody watched.
That was the movie that Brittany Murphy sang as a penguin and then she died.
In fact, it's what killed her.
Oh my goodness.
Dark, little dark.
Wow.
I miss Brittany
Took
Murphy.
a real dark turn for a movie
was
about
awesome
dancing
on King of the
singing
Hill.
penguins. By the way,
Took
Glenn,
the
you're
happy
totally
right out of that Happy
Happy
Feet.
to Me was the Adam Sandler album with the sketch I'm talking about. So you are correct.
Told you.
I'm going to start the bidding here with $7.
$7 whole dollars.
I'll go 10.
Frickin' dollars.
Let me triple that and go straight to 21. I'll give you 21 bucks for this.
Ooh, how many do you have left, Brian?
I've got 21.
Not much.
21 going once. 21 going twice. Wow, you're giving it to me for 21 bucks. Right on. That's cool.
You sound so convinced. That's cool.
All I know is that Happy Feet 1 made $200 million. So for 21 bucks, I'm figuring
And
okay.
how long ago was that? Like, it says like 10 years ago.
I guess. I don't know.
That strategy didn't work so well for me with Cars 2, by the way.
Well, okay, but you bet way too heavy on Cars 2, though.
That is true.
You guys are really, you do that mime thing well.
Yeah, what happened there?
What
Are
happened?
we frozen?
The video's a little frozen right now. Just a little.
Freeze
Just
frame.
a little, just barely
We're
frozen.
a little Jay
right now.
Giles band right now.
Wait, with a little bit of freeze frame?
Yeah.
Hold on.
No, I
just
meant
restarted
centerfold.
video. There we go. Now we're back.
Na, 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 na.
All right.
All right.
So,
You're back.
wow. So you guys let me have Happy Feet. Okay, Twilight Saga. Nobody's heard of this. It's going to make no money. Opening bid is $8.
Breaking Dawn Part 1. So you're going to have to be committed for 2 movies if you get into this.
Yeah, but how bad did the first...
I'll go up to 15.
I'll go $20.
I'm going to go $25.
I will go 27.
I'm going to go 29.
I will say 30.
31.
Dude, I'm watching the doc get updated as you guys bid.
Isn't it
and I want
great?
you-
Now,
I just want you to keep on
put
going.
This out there,
as-
this
as-
is
as it
worth
keeps
the
going on.
most on Hollywood Stock Exchange, HSX.com. Of all the movies here, this one is trading at the highest.
So
$31 to Justin.
I'll
This
go
thing-
34.
34.
Yeah.
Justin, you gonna let yourself get defeated over a lousy $3?
35.
35?
36.
36?
38.
38? 38 going once. Are you gonna let him have it, Sarah? 38 going twice?
41.
$41? Justin?
Take it, Team Edward.
42.
Wow!
I actually knew you were going to do this.
I knew you did, too. That's why you're looking at me. You kept looking like, when is he going to jump in?
I knew you were going to do
Amazing,
this.
dude. Okay, 42 to Tom. Justin, you gonna put up with that?
I'm out.
Sarah?
44.
$44?
45.
45?
Lady gets pregnant by a vampire in this movie.
That's a money factory if I ever saw one. When that baby comes out and starts eating his mama's flesh, it's gonna be money in the bank.
Spoiler! This is not spoiler zone, Brian.
I haven't read them, so I don't know. I just imagine when you give birth to a vampire, it eats you immediately.
Well, then you really ruined my Tracy Morgan impression, my review of Breaking Dawn Part 1.
All right, so it's 45 to Tom. Going once?
Yeah,
Going twice?
You can have it, you little girl.
Oh, my God.
Wow. To throw in the insult on Tom.
Wow.
Sparkling vampire-loving girl. Dang it.
Arthur Christmas. I have no idea what this movie is about. Do you know anything about this?
Russell Brand in this one?
It's
Or?
actually a mashup film where Arthur, the Dudley Moore character,
Yes.
inherits the role of Santa Claus.
No, it's James McAvoy and Jim Broadbent.
Animated film, and it is geared toward kids.
Don't forget Hugh Laurie.
I will say for public announcement, these next 3 films are Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah. I will go.
Oh, it's the Wallace and Gromit creators.
I'll go with $1.
I'll go $5. $5?
Yeah. I'll go $6.
I'll go 8.
I'll go 9.
I'll go 10.
I'll go 11.
I'll go 15.
You can have it, jerk.
So that's 15 to me then?
Wait, Brian, you're out.
Unless somebody else one's in.
You're out of money.
Did Brian have 15?
I do.
Okay, good.
Brian's out.
Now you're out.
Now I'm out. Yeah, this will be my last film at 15.
Wait, did you only have 15?
You already said I could have it, so I don't see how that matters.
Sucker.
All right, so now I'm out. I got 5 movies. And I don't have any game in the fight anymore. All right, so next up.
Hugo. This is a spin-off film of the Lost character. It's a children's film directed by Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, actually, it's got Sacha Baron Cohen in it. I just watched the preview right before this. It actually looks pretty good, or at least very expensive, which in Hollywood dollars terms means pretty good. Opening bid, who'll give me 5 for Hugo?
I'll give you 5.
Yeah, I'll give you 6.
6 to Tom.
I'll give you 12.
12. I like that jump. Who'll give me 15? Come on, give me 15.
I'll give you 15.
Yeah, Sarah's got 15. Going once? Going twice? Nobody wants 16?
You said going twice.
All right. I'm trying to make you get all nervous. You're like, no, seriously, stop. All right, fine. $15 for Hugo goes to Sarah Lane. Next up, we got the Muppets. Never heard of them. I think they got a lot of potential. The Muppets. Who'll give me $10?
I'll give you 10.
I'll give you 11.
I'm going to give you $20 for the Muppets.
What? Power Bid by Justin Robert Young.
Oh.
Somebody a little bit nervous. He's got a lot of cash and there's not many movies left. Justin, maybe?
No, I want to meet the Muppets.
You want to meet the Muppets?
I'm going to meet the Muppets.
Okay, going once at $20.
21.
What was that, Tom?
21.
21?
25.
25 Power Bid. Tom? Once?
26.
26? 27 back at you, bro.
I think that's an electric fence.
Going once?
30.
$30 Power Bid. $30 for the Muppets.
How much do you have, Tom? You bid $50 for something. 35.
What? $35 for the Muppets? Going once? Going twice? And sold for $35. How much money are you down? I love the fact that you did the Kermit dance after that. Nicely done. So how much money do you have left now? I'm out. I have $0. What do you have?
Minus 35. I now have $33.
You have
left.
32 left, Justin.
Oh,
I
in
have
your
30.
face.
It's over there in the summary.
Okay, good. It's okay. So we do have it on there.
Who's our live updater, by the way?
That's Dan Dirks.
Dan Dirks deserves
Dan,
a
you
huge
are
round of
amazing.
applause. Yeah, he is
He
way
really
on
is,
top
dude.
of it.
And he'll be the one that you guys are going to hit up in order to join in the fan league as well. Which, by the way, keep in mind that the fact that Justin bought Paranormal Activity means that right now he is the #1 player in the draft. He's in first place with $55 million. Just FYI there.
This next film, Brian, is New Year's Eve. From the makers of that one movie about Valentine's Day comes this movie about New Year's Eve. It stars a billion people, and it's all rom-com stuff centered around a holiday because that made a bunch of money last time. So why the hell not? Let's do it again.
Wow, I'm looking at the names here. You got John Bon Jovi, Halle Berry, Zac Efron. Wow, ton of these.
I'll go
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Lady, Ashton Kutcher.
Wow.
I'll
All right.
go
So,
$5.
wow, $5 whole? Are you sure you want to commit that?
$5 American.
American. All right, going once at $5.
6.
Are you serious? You're gonna penny ante this at $1 each, Tom? Really? Going once?
I'll go
$6.
$7.
$7? Come on, dude. Somebody man up and give me a $10 bid for this thing. This thing's gonna be a money factory. Nobody? $7 going
Valentine's
once?
Day was really bad.
$7 going twice?
$8.
$8 to Justin Robert Young, showing his sensitive side. The fact that he truly does have a place for romantic comedies in his hearts.
Ladies go to movies, Brian.
All right, $8 to Justin going once.
I'll go 9.
9 to Glenn. All right,
$9.
9 to Glenn. Now we're getting somewhere. If you guys wouldn't jump straight to 10, you could get there inch by inch, going once, going twice. At $9, you going to give it to Glenn, Justin?
I'll let him have it.
Wow.
Anything can happen on New Year's Eve, Brian.
Congratulations. Glenn, $9? That's going to be...
I'll have you know, on Hollywood Stock Exchange, it's trading for just as much as the Muppets are.
You know what? Hollywood Stock Exchange is a bunch of 12-year-olds gambling with imaginary money.
They've got a little bit of a track record.
All right. The Sitter. Keep in mind, at this point, we only have like 5 of these left. So
6, right?
5 or 6 of these left.
Yeah.
6 left.
Brian the Sitter is Jonah Hill's last fat guy role.
Essentially doing adventures and babysitting, and for my love of adventures and babysitting, I will bid $5 on this movie.
What? That's all you give to Adventures in Babysitting?
Well,
You're gonna give him $5?
I'll open it there.
All right, $5. Who's gonna crush that bid?
Yeah, I'm gonna go $7 on this.
Wow, $2 whole up. Wow, that's
I'll
amazing.
go 8.
$8. Back to you, Justin.
I'll go 10.
$10.
Oh, look at me. I'm going 10.
$10 to Justin. Glenn, you give $10? Once? Twice?
I'll go 11.
$11?
Wow.
$12, Justin?
Do whatever I say or I'll kill you type of babysitter.
Justin? I mean Glenn, because Justin has the high bid.
Oh, what's his bid?
His bid is $11 or $12. $12 to Justin.
$12.
Come on, buddy.
I'll go 12.
$12?
Yeah.
Justin?
No, I said 12.
Oh, you said
yeah.
it? Oh, man. That messes up the symmetry of my bidding strategy. No, you can have it for that.
Wow, Justin got it for $12. Adventures in Babysitting 2. The babysitting and...
Dude, that Red Band trailer is hilarious.
I think it looks funny. Actually, you know, did we close bidding on that yet? Because maybe I'd be
Yes,
willing.
Ed.
We
It's
did.
over.
Fine.
Yeah, you definitely said he could have it.
I said
Sorry,
he could
bro.
have it. Yeah.
Alvin and the Chipmunks, Shipwrecked. This one, keep in mind, the past 2 Alvin and the Chipmunks movies made $200 million. So we'll open the bid at $99. Go.
I'll give 10.
$10
I'll open at
to
10.
Tom?
Yeah.
I'll go 11.
11 to Glenn? Going once? You're not going to let this go for $11. This is
I'll take it for 12, yeah.
12 to Tom. Going
Remember,
once?
guys, you can't take this money with you at the end of the...
No, okay, I'll go 13.
Wait, 15 to Glenn. All
No,
right.
13. I said 13.
I'll go 15.
Oh, Tom.
No,
will
okay,
go
see, 15 to Tom. Thank goodness. Yes, go. 15 to Tom once. Twice. Are we going to let him have it for $15? This is going to be a kill. All right, fine. Going once, twice, 3 times. Tom, you just won the whole freaking game with the $15.
Feet
Alvin and
times
Chip-
a matey.
Did you say Fee times a matey? Was did you just make a dated reference to a 25-year-old Saturday Night Live sketch? Is that really
Yes, with the star of the Tower Heist, Eddie Murphy.
Exactly.
You're already pitching on that. All right, Sherlock Holmes: Game of Shadows. This is a sequel to Sherlock Holmes. Last year, I think Sherlock Holmes did like $211 million. This year, it'll be much the same. Still won't be as good as the awesome BBC show. Start the opening bid at $9.
I'll take it for $9.
$9 to Glenn. Anyone?
15.
15 to Justin. Do you have 15,
Does
Justin?
Justin have 15?
No.
Yeah, he is 20.
Glenn?
I'll go 16.
16 to Glenn.
17.
17 to Justin. Glenn? Going once.
I will go 18.
$18. 19 to Justin. No hesitation. Going once. Going twice, Glenn.
I'll go 20.
$20 to Glenn.
21.
21
Justin
does
does not have $21.
Yeah, you can't.
No? Hold on. My math.
Did you
I
really?
have $21. How did I have $21?
Did you just really run out of money, Justin?
I thought I've been keeping my own tally because I don't trust Dan.
I'll go 21.
All right, it doesn't matter because Tom is taking 21.
Good. Take it all, you vultures.
21 to Tom. Glenn?
How much do I have left?
62.
I don't know.
I will go 22.
You're doing $22?
I'll go
Tom?
22.
You gonna let him have that?
23.
$23 to Tom. Glenn?
Uh,
You got the money for it.
I'll go 24.
$24 to Glenn. Tom?
25.
25 to Tom. Glenn?
Hold on, I'm trying to get this to update.
Keep in mind, after this, there will be 3 movies left.
No, there's 30 movies. Everybody should be very stingy. Save your pennies, kids.
How much will Tom have after this? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Come
Come on, no math. You gotta just bid.
Going twice?
I'll go 26. I'll go 26.
26 to Glenn. 26 to Glenn. 27 to Tom. Tom, are you ready to go?
27.
27 to Tom. 28 to Glenn. Come on, Glenn.
I'll go 28.
28 to Glenn. Take it back. 29.
29.
Go, Tom. 29 to Tom. $30, Glenn. You got it in you? Going once. Going twice. Glenn, you got to say something right now, or it's going to be...
I'll take 30.
$30. $30 to Glenn. Tom? Going once.
I'm out.
$30 goes to Glenn. Glenn buys Sherlock Holmes for $30. And now we are in the home stretch. We got 3 movies left, and we're going to start off with The Adventures of Tintin. This is a Spielberg joint, right?
Yeah. Fully animated, Spielberg directed, got a billion different voices.
Christmas week.
And written by Edgar Wright, he of Space and Shaun of the Dead and Zach Pilgrim.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, Simon Pegg actually voiced, as well as Nick Frost are both voices in Tintin. Tintin is huge in Europe, could be a lot of money here in the United States. Open bid at $8.
I'll go 10.
All right, 10 to Sarah.
I'll go
Anyone
11.
else? 11 to Tom.
I'll go 20.
20 to Justin, who mercifully leaps us forward.
I'll go 21.
Oh, you.
21 to Sarah. 21 to Sarah. 21 to Sarah. Anyone else want in on this?
I'll go 22.
22 to Tom. Keep in mind, there are only 2 movies left after this, and there's a lot of cash left on the table right now. 21 going once. 21 going twice. Holy cow, Sarah gets Tintin. This is
Oh,
how
wait, no,
Sarah
I had
gets
22. What are you talking about?
Tom gets Tintin.
Tom gets Tintin.
You said 20. Yeah.
Why do you disguise yourself as Sarah, Tom?
How do you convince me that you're actually Sarah Lane? Wow, man, that's amazing. Okay, so now we're in the last two.
So I just should point out that I can get both of these last movies.
That's what just occurred to me.
I take both for 34.
Wait, you say 34?
Yeah, because nobody has as much money as me.
No one
so
can outbid her on the last two movies.
Yeah, so I get Girl with a Dragon Tattoo and Mission Impossible.
Could
Ghost
Justin and I
Protocol.
pool our cash and
No.
buy half shares?
Wait a minute. So where are we at now? Are you just gonna steamroll on this?
Yeah, she just stomped out Girl and Mission.
Holy cow, you have enough money
'Cause she
left over
saved
to
up
buy
enough
Girl with
cash.
the Dragon Tattoo and Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Holy cow!
Lane!
Sarah Lane just stomped y'all bitches. Wow!
Right.
Wow!
Well, I didn't really have a choice, you know?
Wow!
Once these movies kept coming
No, I
out
saw
of my
that.
grasp.
That's why I bid so much on Sherlock Holmes, because I realized.
Right. Well,
There-
see,
yeah.
you and I were holding out, so I
Yeah.
was like, once I saw what you were doing, I said, well, I only have one choice.
Yeah.
Dude, Tom's sitting on $18, Justin's sitting on $20, Glenn's sitting on $32. Only Sarah and Brian are the only ones who spend all their money, and we have our prices set, which means if you guys want to participate in the chat room version, go ahead and check out all the prices that we paid for these different ones. Figure out how you would spend your $100. And what do we want to do, Dan Dirks? Do we just want to have people email you directly, or do we want to have people?
No, I think it's a form.
No, he's got a Google Doc form. We just needed an address for it.
Okay,
hold
give
on,
us.
I have that. Hold on. It's somewhere. Hold on.
Hey, while you're figuring that out, let me tell you, a great way to create a website real quick if you want to do your own sort of fantasy draft of anything is squarespace.com. Fast and easy way to create a high-quality website or blog. Frame Rate brought to you by Squarespace. Optimized for beginners or CSS experts. Whatever level you're at, you'll be able to use Squarespace to make a fast and quality website. They also have not only great resources for supporting the website, make sure it doesn't get taken down or swamped by too much traffic, but also a special support team to give you personal help 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You probably won't run into a lot of problems because it's so easy to use, but if you do, you just give them a call, let them know, hey, you know what, I need help with this. They're on the case like that. You get blog modules, import from your old blog, export out. You can take your data with you. You're not locked out. Social media buttons, no credit card needed. Just try it out. Start building your website right now. Maybe it's a website to just track your own winter movie draft progress. Do it right now, squarespace.com. And if you decide to keep it, you'll get 20% off for 6 months when you use the offer code FRAMERATE10. So be sure to use that on checkout if you decide to keep it. Try it out, though. You don't even use a credit card to try it out to begin with. But if you do keep it, use that offer code FRAMERATE10. We thank them for their support.
For everybody watching live who wants to be in on the draft, head on over to draft.nsfwshow.com/form. I don't know if it'll still be running by the time you get it on the downloaded podcast, but certainly if you're live now, I know for the summer draft, we had over 400 entries, and Dan Dirks hand entered every single one of them.
Well, this one is set for 800.
Set for 800 people.
800, yeah.
Wow.
So you might have a pretty good shot of getting into it, even if you were downloading this via podcast. So go on over and participate. You're going to be betting on the prices that we've set during the draft. And then if you're like having a really good time throughout this summer, going to movies, yelling at your friends, trash talking, do yourself a favor. Go reply at Dan Dirks, DANDIRKS. This is his back end, and he does a great job with us every time that we do any kind of movie fantasy.
Yeah, and keep in mind, you can look at all the prices at draft.nsfwshow.com. Just scroll on down, see all the prices that we picked for it. You guys can figure out what you would spend your $100 on. So go to draft.nsfwshow.com/form, and you can compete against us and be billion-dollar winners, just like our current champion, Patrick Delahanty. Dude,
chat room. Who do you think is going to win based on what you've seen today?
Oh, we're going to do a flash dance here, huh? Everyone's going to tell us.
Muppets. It's time to light the lights.
I think
Chase the
it's, yeah.
Seagulls box office draw.
Sarah.
Everyone thinks Sarah. No way, dude. I think I got
They're
a chance.
just saying that because they're trying to butter me up for something. You're not getting my $125, anybody.
She's sitting on that $120
dynamic here.
You know, it's funny. It's like last time it sort of seemed obvious, more obvious. and everybody's got some good movies here.
Yeah, this could
Well, I
go
don't
a
know about
couple different
Brian.
directions. No, Brian's very big on family films.
Yeah, Happy Feet 2 is going to be a big one.
Yeah, so I mean, he's big on that if that wins. I think that Justin has got some sleepers there, but if The Sitter exceeds expectations, he could do very well. Sarah, I think yours is really your wild card is The Rum Diary.
Yeah,
That's going to be
I
the
know.
question.
Yeah.
Because I think Girl with the Dragon Tattoo and Mission Impossible are both good for $200 million each. So the other ones are a little bit of wild card.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel pretty good. These are the movies I wanted, actually.
Yeah.
When we started, those were the 4 movies that I was hoping I would get. So it worked out well as far as like date of release.
I actually wanted.
But
you've
got Twilight.
I wanted Twilight,
You got
and Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah.
But when it got to 10-10, I was like, well, I need a Christmas week movie, and I'm not. And I could tell. I was like, if I don't.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
At least bid this up,
Yeah.
if not win. I either needed to bid you up above to where you couldn't afford to buy the last 2, or I needed to take 10-10. That's the only choice I had.
Yeah.
I think in my case, I think
I
if
can't
Tower
believe
Heist,
it.
Jack
I
and
left
Jill,
so
New
much
Year's
money
Eve,
on
and
the table,
Sherlock
not
Holmes all make $200, I think I have a fighting chance.
I feel like whoever got Twilight might just win straight out.
Well,
But
that
then
happened to you
again,
with Harry Potter.
but see, I had the second of the 2
Yeah,
Harry
yeah.
Potters. This is the first of the 2, so the dynamic it may be different.
Justin, what were you saying?
My everlasting regret is just not going out harder for Twilight. I left $20 on the table. That could have been Twilight money.
Yeah, I think I had the most cash left over, so it'll be interesting to see if with such a conservative strategy, if I can still pull ahead on this. I was afraid it was going to come down to that at the end, and it did.
It was all about strategy.
I'm gonna say again that my fear was going into this that there would be more money than movies left at the end, and I'm glad to see that it actually did bear out that way. And I'm glad I spent my money early on, which everyone always makes fun of me for being the April Fool. But let me point out that I was second place. I've been first place the first round, second place the second round. So
And
far,
everyone loves second place.
Okay, no, that's not true, and you know
Oh,
that.
second place Brushwood. That's what we always call him.
Okay, and then I'm done with you guys. Hey, look, I know that we got to wrap things up here, but can we do a special spoiler zone? Talk about what we're watching here.
Yes,
Yeah, can I leave?
We need to excuse anyone who hasn't watched The Walking Dead
I
up to
haven't
the
yet.
current.
I haven't yet.
So the
It's
chat room
out.
and hosts.
Oh, wait a minute. So I have to stay, though I haven't.
Oh,
Damn it. That's okay. I'll forget.
I hadn't thought about that, Jason. Can you not listen and still tell who's talking?
I'll figure it out.
Well, there's not
That
a ton
sucks.
of major
It's all good.
spoilers that aren't like big story point spoilers that you don't know from watching the.
Dude,
end of
I
the-
plan to talk about spoilers from the comic books and
Yeah,
visit
I would like to do that too. Jason, have you watched Walking Dead at all
Yeah, I've watched the first episode
of this season? Okay.
yes.
All right, so it wouldn't be
Don't
too
worry
bad.
about it. We're going to be watching it soon.
All right, all right.
everybody.
We're about
All
to
right,
get all
good job.
spoilery up this business.
Well, the comic books aren't spoilers. They are possible spoilers.
You know what I want to do, actually, is I want to wrap this up right now so the people on the podcast know you can stop right now. So thanks, everybody. FrameRateShow@gmail.com. That's the place to go if you have emails for us. Let us know what you think. Good luck in the summer movie draft. Draft.nsfwshow.com is the place to go. And so that's it if you don't want to be spoiled for Walking Dead.
Okay, seriously, let's talk about Walking Dead. Okay, first of all, a couple of things, and I'm going to start off general. And if
actually, we could have put this in the non-spoiler section, but renewed for season 3 already.
Yeah.
Yes,
News came out today.
Yes. No, and again, that's one of the things that drives me nuts about. I mean, clearly, Walking Dead is knocking it out of the park, which is part of what kills me. The fact that Darabont's no longer associated with it, and I know that a lot of his thought and hard work is going into what's making it the greatest cable television success story in all of history. But okay, so first of all, less spoilery. If you've watched even any of this season, I'm going to say flat out for the record, I am laying down a manifesto. I am done with it. It's got to end. It's a problem that is actively ruining television. This bogus BS myth that you need to remove the bullet has to go. This talk about the fact that why are you in slow motion, Justin? That was awesome.
That was Justin Robert Young bullet time.
Just drinking that Canada Dry, baby.
Okay. So here's the thing. Here's the thing is in field guides for people at war, it says do not try to remove the bullet. You'll do more damage than good. People have stuff lodged in their bodies all the time.
Well, now wait a minute, though. Wait a minute. That is absolutely true, Brian. You're absolutely right. However, once you get to the hospital and you have a qualified doctor who can sew up, and stop internal bleeding, then it is proper in most cases to remove the bullet. A surgeon takes the bullet out, right?
I don't know. And first of all, this is the kind of thing I'm going to defer to our chat realm. If they can actually write us at framerateshow@gmail.com and tell us, somebody who's like legitimate MD can say whether or not it's a good idea. Because from what I understand, people leave crap embedded in their body all the time. Like if you ride a motorcycle and you get in a wreck and you skid out, people get like gravel embedded in their
Yeah. And my uncle has shrapnel in his ankle. He still has it from World War II.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's like
there's something different than it screwing with a vital organ.
Yeah, because I get what you're saying, Brian, and I'm entirely with you. That's like when you're out in the woods and somebody gets shot, whatever, you don't try to remove the bullet there. That's the wrong thing. When an arrow goes into someone, the right thing to do is leave the arrow in place. You don't pull it out so that you can bleed out. But that's not exactly what was going on in The Walking Dead. I mean, they had actually taken him to someone they thought was a doctor who had surgical, expertise. And so I took it as, well, he's shot and he's bleeding, and we're going to have to get the bullet out so that I can sew up the artery. Although that isn't the way he said it. So
right. Okay. Now, and again, it doesn't take much to fix me on this issue. You could say something, normally it's a really bad idea to do that Hollywood thing of pulling out the bullets, but these fragments are rubbing up against arteries. There's a chance you could bleed out and die. It's like the Star Trek inertial dampeners thing. Come up with some reason for me to buy it. But this was the first episode of The Walking Dead that I actively hated. Like I didn't feel anything for any of the characters. I felt like their quest was irrational and stupid. I felt like it was a made-up Hollywood trope that they're trying to remove the bullet, and I was bummed that I spent an hour worried about
that is true to the book.
Oh yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's still a bad.
So it didn't bother you in the book?
Yes, it did, because I knew it when I read the book. It's a bad plot device to say you got to remove the bullet, and nowadays
it's a bad plot device for someone to get shot and them needing a doctor. Though I'm sorry, it's not a bad plot device to have somebody be shot and you have to rush them to a doctor and it's a race against time to save their life.
I thought you were mocking me just then. I thought you were totally like rubbing it in my face just then. Yes, you are correct, and there's a bunch of different ways. It's like shooting into the trunk where that's where the gas tank is. It's just something I think enough people know now that you don't need to remove bullets, that whole fake pressure to remove the bullet.
Nobody knows,
dude. I guarantee you. Did you know that, Justin? No. You didn't know that is bogus to say you got to remove the bullet?
It's funny to me that's what bothers you, not there being 25 people left on the planet and a little kid getting shot through a deer. To me, that is the more ridiculous concept, that a bullet goes through a deer and into a kid.
With that being said, is it worse than if you get shot and the bullet goes through your body? Is that worse than having the bullet lodged in there?
Yeah, you'd still have to rush him to the doctor. I mean, the plot's the same.
Yeah.
You know what? It's funny, though, Brian, is the reason I'm saying this is because I felt the same way about the show for totally different reasons.
Okay, well, and I've got my other reasons, but I want to hear yours first. Go ahead.
I just felt like I was watching a soap opera where zombies are kind of a background character to make it different. And this was fairly true to the book, but I didn't get that feeling of the book of I care about these characters. I want these characters to survive. They're against all odds. I didn't have the shock of seeing the farmhouse. And maybe it's because I've read the book and this part is following it too close, but I didn't feel the tension. I didn't feel like they were in such a apocalyptic world. It's like, oh, here's a couple zombies walking around, and oh, look at this nice farmhouse. There just wasn't enough contrast.
Right. Okay, and so along that line,
I have a theory, Tom.
What's your theory?
Everything good about the series is when they haven't done the book.
No.
This was the book.
That's not true of last episode. Not this week, but the week before. The beginning and the end were my favorite parts, and they were straight out of the book. The middle part was all soap opera boring crap that was not in the book.
Yeah, and more importantly, Justin, and this is the part where you and I are going to disagree, and this is where we go to ultimate spoiler mode. This is where we start to see why it was a mistake to keep Shane alive, because number one, it's distracting. Every time I see Shane alive in that farmhouse, all I keep thinking is like, that must be in Rick's imagination that Shane is still there, because I already been there and Shane's not alive at that point. But the problem is they missed the window when it would have been okay to have everything come to a head and have the shocking conclusion with how Shane goes out. But now, like, that's old news now. Now I don't see how they're going to bring it back and make it interesting.
You're comparing two pieces of work against each other. You know, this is not. I mean, this is something that we talk about a little bit on the number 4 comedy album on the Billboard charts, Night Attack, available on Amazon or CD Baby if you live outside the United States. But in terms of seeing the TV show or the movie first, as opposed to the source material, because things are going to be adapted and changed, and if you go through it this way, where you read the source material and then the adaptation, then what you're looking for is editing, what the edits are, as opposed to if you go the other way, where the universe is expanding and changing in the opposite direction.
Right.
I think leaving Shane alive is the among the best decisions that they've made in adapting it. I think that he adds a tremendous amount of complications. Now, do I think he or the other characters are being used to their best extent? No, not necessarily. I think right now we have a lot of inertia with character-wise, and we have yet to really see what our big arc is for this season, what our big, gigantic conflict is in this particular story.
I think
because we've just been in crisis mode, and there is a danger, especially when you think that that first episode was supposed to be 2 episodes that were sewn together.
Oh,
so
really?
Theoretically, and of course you would know that if you had read the Weird Things dissection of each episode of The Walking Dead.
Never heard of it. I look forward to it.
But if you take it like that, then you say plot-wise, this was supposed to be 3 episodes where we are still in crisis mode. We still haven't found the little girl, Sophia, and now we have another child crisis in whether or not Carl's going to live.
Yeah, well, I think that may be part of it, too, is that I'm like, well, we haven't even resolved this other crisis. Now we got this other crisis. And I'm not feeling that tension and that coming together and that anger and sorrow that was around Rick and his wife at this point, because Shane's still there. Now, I wasn't against keeping him alive when they first kept him alive. I was a little surprised, but I was like, okay, it takes a little longer for the television audience, because it's only 7 episodes, to kind of bond with him. So maybe we'll get it right at the beginning of the next season. But here we are 3 episodes in, and we still haven't, and he's around. And so it feels too safe. It feels too comfortable. They haven't lost anyone important yet. And that's
agree.
the key to the comic book, is that no one ever feels safe. And right now it's like, oh, if you're a minor character, you might die. But everybody who's important, they're safe.
And I got to agree with that. I got to feel like the problem I have is that the team is too strong now. That's what was great about losing Shane as a vital character, is that he was important to the team, but he made himself so unlikable to the audience with his irrationality that when he was killed, it was a bummer, but it was the right decision at the time, and it kept everybody reeling as they went into the next phase of their adventure. Now, another thing, and this is totally random, I was way disappointed that Maggie was not dumpier. Like in the comic book, very much what ends up happening, and this is spoiler zone explosion.
I don't have any more than this.
Glenn hooking up with Maggie was an any port in the storm type of scenario where she was not that attractive or whatever.
Really? I thought she looked pretty good in the comic
I thought she was hot.
I don't know what you're talking about.
In the comic books? No, dude. No, she was dumpy and overweight in the comic books.
What?
You have an unfair body image of what women should look like, Brian.
Okay, well, okay.
Yeah, I know. Come on.
First of all,
that's irresponsible as the father of daughters.
Regardless, I thought the actress playing her in the show was distractingly attractive, and I never perceived Maggie as an on the surface attractive type of person.
No, I thought Maggie looked a little too much like your wife too.
I'm looking at the comic book character right now.
All right, dude. I'm look again. It's like it's sort of like my disappointment was the same as when in the movie Serenity, Kaylee had obviously lost so much weight and was traditionally attractive. When in the TV show she was thicker and less traditionally attractive.
That was just because Jewel Staite had been working out.
That goes against your theory that you were initially upset about. Tyrion Lannister. You thought Tyrion Lannister looked too normal.
Yes, that's true. He should.
How'd that turn out?
Too good looking.
Well, I still agree. He's too good looking for the book. He's less. I mean, I'm not sure what you tried to prove here, but
I'm
that's
saying that was the right decision. That he looks in a visual medium. Tyrion Lannister, looks. Peter Dinklage is a great job for him, and also I really don't see where you're coming from with this Maggie Green thing.
Okay. Well, first of all, the photo that they're showing in the chat room is her much later on with her full head of hair, or after she cuts her hair. No, I'm telling you, go back and look at the first ones, and she was not.
So cutting her hair was the weight loss you wanted?
No. It's later on in the. Okay, look, you
Monkey
guys.
Stick is saying that TV ugly is different than book ugly.
Maybe that's a good point.
And first of all, I'm not saying she was ugly. She just looked like Midwestern farm girl in the comic books. But now she's like, super attractive Hollywood chick, and it's like that's not.
Well, no,
what did you think? Before we wrap up, because we are going to have to wrap up here. What did you think of the meth that they found in
the Breaking Bad
in
Easter
Merle's
egg?
bag?
The meth?
You didn't notice? Glenn noticed it.
Everyone's been talking about it. That's all I've been seeing.
The blue meth that it seems to be right out of Breaking Bad was the meth that they found in Merle's bag.
Oh, that's hilarious. I didn't notice that at all.
Eileen and I both were like, wait, that was blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
it's funny that you should mention that, because today I finally, and I should mention this for everybody who's been hounding on me to watch Fringe. I finally watched the last episode of season 1 and the first episode of season 2, and it's a million times better. These are way awesome questions. But I love the fact that the senator is up there saying, you're wasting time with these Fringe cases and the old X designation that we used to put upon them. Like that kind of weird, like wink and nod to the X-Files. I really dug all that. And if this is a wink and a nod to Breaking Bad, that's cool too by me.
I think this season of Walking Dead, and based on what I can tell, because I watched a little bit of season 1, but I'm waiting to catch up on it. But it seems to me like Walking Dead is just going to have this huge cloud over it all season with the fans because of the Darabont situation.
Because of the Darabont thing. You may be right. Yeah.
I mean,
although that's not what's bothering me.
It could end up being like, in hindsight, I think when you watch it as a whole, it could be like, with The Wire. With season 2 of The Wire, when that started, it was like, what is this show? Who are all these white people?
Oh, right.
This is really weird. But by the end of it, it had context, and it was really enjoyable.
Yeah, maybe they'll wrap it all back up. All right, final thoughts, Justin Robert Young.
I would love to say that I'm super enthusiastic about Walking Dead, but I don't think that I am. Either way, it's like the only show that I'm looking forward to watching every single week. So, thumbs up.
Brian Brushwood, congratulations.
You heard mine. I mean, these are minor gripes. Let's face it, in the great big scheme of things, so what? They didn't get a Midwestern farm girl to play Maggie. Instead, they got somebody who's more traditionally attractive. And these are minor gripes. But I'll tell you, the whole show felt weirdly slow, and the issues seemed stupidly petty to me. Like, I found myself disconnected for the first time ever in The Walking Dead. Now, maybe this is just a weak episode, because of the plot premise. But I don't know. I'm still on board, of course.
Yeah, me too. I'm still on board, but I'm right there with you. I'm not feeling it. I'm not as excited as I was last season. All right, thanks everybody for staying along through the spoiler zone. That's it for Frame Rate. We'll see you next time.